Sea bass is an ocean fish that is lean and flaky with mild flavors. Zesty and fruity unoaked white wines such as Pinot Grigio, Albariño, Chablis, Vermentino, Vinho Verde, and sparkling wine make for the best pairings with sea bass. If you're a red wine drinker, Pinot Noir makes for a suitable pairing, but it's not nearly as delicious as the white wines I mentioned above. Our first pairing is sea bass and Chablis, and I give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Chablis is an unoaked Chardonnay from France. It has crisp green apple flavors. It also has chalky mineral notes that kind of match the texture and the sea-kissed ocean flavors of sea bass. What's great about Chablis is that it won't overwhelm the lean and flaky flavors of your sea bass. Sea bass is often prepared very simple. There might be a light sauce, but that's about it. So you generally want a light, crisp white wine like Chablis. Most unoaked Chardonnays will work, but they won't have that chalky minerality that Chablis has. And that's why it gets a little bit of a higher rating than most unoaked Chardonnays. Our next pairing is Pinot Grigio and sea bass pairing. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. While I do think there are better white wines to pair up with sea bass, Pinot Grigio is very accessible and you're bound to find it by the glass if you're dining in at a restaurant. Not every restaurant will have many of the wines we mentioned offered by the glass, and you just might not want to order a bottle, so Pinot Grigio is a good selection. I would suggest sticking to an Italian Pinot Grigio, as American Pinot Grigio might be a little too bold and it might overwhelm the delicate flavors of sea bass. Pinot Grigio has a bright acidity and lots of lovely flavors of lime, lemon, pear, and apple. Our third pairing is Albariño and sea bass pairing. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. Albariño is refreshing with its lemon, grapefruit, and nectarine flavors. It also won't overwhelm the mild sea bass flavors. On the finish, you get a bit of a saline saltiness that complements any ocean flavors found in your sea bass. Our fourth pairing is Vinho Verde and sea bass pairing. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. This is a white wine from Portugal. It's a blend of 6 grapes, and one of the 6 grapes is Albariño, which we just mentioned above. And basically, this is a light white wine that's slightly fizzy and tastes like lemonade, melon, and gooseberry. So it's incredibly refreshing. It's also inexpensive. If you're sitting out on a sunny patio, this refreshing white wine is a great pick. And our final pairing is Pinot Noir and sea bass pairing. I give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you insist on a red wine, this is the red wine you should probably pick. Pinot Noir, it's light and fruity. It does have a bit of an earthy flavor. Some say it tastes like mushroom. Some say it tastes like barnyard. Some say it smells like forest floor. That won't really get in the way of sea bass, but it will add an extra element of complexity to the dish that you just might enjoy. The light and fruity flavors, which are basically strawberry, sometimes you get cranberry, raspberry, they won't overwhelm the sea bass flavors. So while this is a good pairing, I find that strawberry just doesn't go as well with fish as lemon and lime or a green apple or any of the other citrus flavors we mentioned above tends to go with fish. For more pairings, be sure to visit my website. The details are below. I have a great little search engine on there where you just type in your food or your wine and you'll be able to find even more recommendations for sea bass or anything else. Until next time, cheers.